Her government-subsidized apartment was run down, often cold, and overrun by roaches. There, Natasha Perssico, only a little girl, was isolated and alone.
I wasn't really allowed to go out much because there was so much gang activity. And, I understand my mom was trying to protect me. But because of that, I didn't play with friends on the street or, have play dates.
A nervous child, Natasha says. Insecure. With no father at home, it was just Natasha and her mother, who was very ill.
I just remember feeling like the world was a very small, lonely place.
A chain smoker with emphysema, Mom was also dangerously obese, a likely result of the abuse she suffered at the hands of her mother, Natasha's grandmother.
I could see that my mom was depressed, so she isolated herself too. I think she had a lot of shame about her life, the things that happened to her, both as a child and then a young adult.
Her grandmother had been abused as a child too.
You realize how trauma travels through a family. It does. It's generational and it gets passed on.
Natasha's mother was often physically unable to care for her daughter. It was a frightening time for a child and a heavy burden.
She would wheeze, and I was deathly afraid that she was just going to stop breathing. So I would just listen to her. I was worried about her just dying.
She was the caretaker of her mom, and she did an extraordinary job caring for her mother, but in doing so, ignoring her all real needs in life.
When she was 9 years old, a whole new world opened for Natasha through Friends First, a Mercy Home for Boys and Girls program that connects young people with mentors.
To see well-adjusted adults, right? And someone that was just trying to be a listening ear and just trying to help guide me along the way. I think they showed me what healthy behaviors look like, little by little.
She met someone who understood what was going on in Natasha's life. The mentor understood what was going on in Natasha's mother's life. Without judgment, she gave her good guidance and direction and encouragement. I mean, we all need that in life.
Still, Natasha needed more. Her mother was in and out of the hospital. A mentor suggested Natasha move into Mercy Home's Walsh campus, the girls' home in Chicago's Beverly community. Natasha, now 13, and her mom agreed.
My first impression was, wow, this is a beautiful place. I need to do whatever it takes to be successful here. This is an incredible opportunity.
An opportunity created by coworkers who work tirelessly to help our young people thrive in all areas of their lives.
We bring them into our environment, safe, 4 square meals a day, make sure that they have specialized treatment when it comes to their education, when it comes to their vocational goals, when it comes to their therapeutic needs, when it comes to just their health and physical, financial stability.
In a real home with warmth, guidance, and love. The night before Natasha graduated from high school, her mother, who had suffered so much, died. They had remained close, and Natasha was heartbroken. The Mercy family, Father Scott Donahue, his co-workers, and the other girls at the home wrapped their arms around her.
She was surrounded by support and care and compassion. The girls have their own rooms and all, but they didn't want her to be alone, and they made sure they held a vigil with her the night before her graduation.
Natasha believes at the end, her mother knew her life was going to be good.
She saw that Mercy Home was supporting me, and she knew that I had succeeded academically. I was graduating high school. I was going to be the first person in our family to go to college. The first. I think that gave her a lot of peace towards the end of her life, that my life was going to be okay.
It's been better than okay. It's been spectacular. Natasha graduated from the University of Tampa, then earned an MBA. The Mercy Home embraced Natasha every step of the way.
They could always stay connected. It's a family.
Today, Natasha Perssico Escobedo is a partner at an accounting firm, and her family life is just as wonderful.
I'm happily married with 2 really beautiful children. My daughters are the most important thing in my life to me, and it's because I see them happy, I see them healthy.
That intergenerational trauma we talked about earlier, it was broken thanks to you, our generous donors. Since 1887, the Mercy Home for Boys and Girls has saved lives and made an enormous contribution to our city.
It amazes me. Like, every time I reflect on it, I'm truly grateful and amazed just how far I've come and how different my life is. Mercy Home was my saving grace.
To my coworkers and to all of you donors, you create miracles. And through God's grace and us working together, look at the hope, the life, and the future that you bring to so many. Thank you, and as I always say, I love you.